Good morning. It is September 12th, 2023, and we're going to bring you over to the dashboard right away because I want to show you one tool you may be watching. I know I've seen some comments in Longbow about it, and that is the Doomsday Dozen tabs. Let's head over there. And yeah, it's a little bit of a victory lap, but it's also a tutorial because I want to show you, remember back, this is August, right? The end of into July, into August, when we were like near 100 in the 90s, and it was flashing red. And unless you've been living under a rock, you know what happened in August. Obviously, from the end of July to I think it was about the 17th of August, you saw a pretty big decline in the S&P, and that's really what I would say. If you're going to use the doomsday signal, saying the U.S. markets, not just for global markets, and the S&P was down about 4.7% in that time frame. And if I look here, what did you see at the end of July? So once the market started going down, you could see that the doomsday dozen signal by that 17th, which was basically the bottoming of the market, like you were down back into the 60s. So you were into the orange near yellow zone, saying you don't have to worry as much. You can actually probably put some more risk on if you have some fundamental bets you want to make, because the technicals are telling you up here that the market was oversold. But down here, it's like, okay, people have taken some risk off. Maybe you can have a little bit more asymmetry to the upside at that point. Obviously, we'd love to have the last decade, which, are in the greens and bright yellows, but we're not there, guys. We still have pretty high valuations. But what I'd caution you now is, like, you're still, though, in the 70s, in the 60s here. You're at 69 today. And so it is an investable market. But as you've seen day to day, you're seeing the market flip positive, flip negative. Today's not about Oracle. It's really about inflation, what's going to be happening with rates around the world, what's happening with the dollar versus other currencies. So I won't go into too much detail because I know you read the arrows, and I do provide a little bit more insights there in short blips on that. But I did want to point this out because this is just really a great tool in addition to the process you have, just to check out, okay, roughly where are you? So if you don't have, Bloomberg terminals or pipes from Bloomberg on an institutional basis, this is a really easy way to have a whole bunch of very, very important data rolled up into one signal that hopefully, if it does it for you, it does it for me. Where am I? Like a car visual here. And then also relative to history, where have we been? And if you map that, maybe what I'll do is have the tech folks put it on there versus the S&P. You can see how it helps guide you to say, where are people positioned in terms of risk on, risk off? So that's the first thing I was going to go over today. And the second thing, as I mentioned, Oracle's in the news. One thing I wanted to do is caution you guys, because this is a signal that's more technical in nature. It doesn't cover the fundamentals, right? When you're looking at the trading ranges. So you would see oversold here. You'd see odds of 16.8 to 1. You'd see bullish short term, bullish medium term, because it was part of the tech run up. And you'd see an implied volatility premium, meaning people were paying up for protection. But you learned something today. So Oracle came out and was talking about it should have slower cloud growth. One read through from our team is obviously that maybe Microsoft is picking up some of that from its customers, and maybe people are doing a wait and see on more purchases from Oracle. But when you look at that, you have to be marrying knowing what's going on within a stock for the fundamentals. Maybe that's what's causing the short-term odds and the momentum signals, which could turn these, if it's negative news, to more a neutral or bearish, meaning that the trajectory could change. I'm not saying that for this stock. I'll let you guys do the fundamentals on it. But I wanted to show you what happens when news comes out. You're going to see that oversold in a stock that had been doing well up to that point. And so, again, you want to be marrying fundamentals with technicals. But then I come back to the starting point of where we were today, that make sure to also be checking out the Doomsday Dozen. That really helps. You can go below and see all the details, but this really helps with an overall signal to make sure that you're keeping in mind where everybody else is positioned. That's it for today, and I'll catch you back tomorrow.